Good morning everyone and welcome back to Story Tent. So our Story Tent theme for today was boats. And oh no, there's no boats going by right now. But I did get a video of a boat going by earlier, so I'll put that in the video so you can see the boat going by. So for today's theme, as I said, it was boats. So there's a few different things that we can do with our boat theme. One of the things that we can do is we can sing row, row, row your boat. And as we're singing, you could do the actions where you are rowing your boat. So pretending you have a rowboat. And then maybe you don't want to row your boat anymore and you kind of want to sway it to the side. So you're going to do that with your actions as well. So if you like, I will link a kind of a song for Old School of Folk, I want to say it's called, with kind of some actions to sing row, row, row your boat to, and kind of some fun actions to go along with it. Another thing that I thought would be really fun to do is in our craft portion, we are going to be making a pool noodle sailboat here. So one of the things you could do with this is you could put it in some water, and if you make two of them, if you have a second person in your house, you can have boat races and see whose boat wins, and see how fast that those can go in the water as well. You can also take something like your boat and some other objects you can find, maybe some rocks or some leaves, different kind of things like that, and you could take it in the water that you're playing with the boat in, and you could see, is this going to sink or is this going to float? So if it's going to float, that means it is going to stay on top of the water. If it is going to sink, that means it's going to go down to the bottom of the water. So one of the other things that we are doing in our craft portion is we're going to be talking about some shapes as we make our sailboat. So our shape here we've got for our sailboat is a triangle. So, and our shape here for the bottom of our pool noodle boat here is a circle. So talking about shapes actually helps our little ones develop letter knowledge, because letters are basically formed with different kinds of shapes. So for example, a small a would be a circle and a stick. So getting to know those shapes as they're growing up will help them eventually learn to identify different letters. So talk about shapes, play with shapes. If you have shape puzzles or really any kind of puzzle and just fitting different things together, that would be a really fun thing to do for that. As well, if you want, you can just kind of try to make some different shapes with your body. So maybe I'm going to make a triangle just with my fingers. And maybe you can try making a circle with your fingers, or different things like that as you're kind of learning those shapes and talking about those together. Alright, so next up we have our craft portion. Enjoy. Alright, so for today's boat crafts, we've got two different crafts, and they are both boats, or they are both a type of boat called a sailboat. So for the first one, in your craft kit, you should find a sheet of paper that's got a bunch of different shapes on it. So I have already cut the shapes out and colored them, so I would invite you to do that. But the next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to fold these shapes in half. So for a lot of little ones, a half will be a new concept, and they might need a little bit of help figuring out how to fold them. So you might need to help out with that depending on their age. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold these shapes in half. So I just folded my circle. Now I've got my triangle folded. I have another triangle here that's ready to fold. And the last I'm folding is a rectangle. Alright, so I've got my shapes folded there. And these shapes are going to make a sailboat, as I said. So that is going to be our sailboat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up this video here, and I'm going to glue all those pieces down. Alright, so here's my first sailboat craft that I've got made. If you want, maybe you've got some cotton balls at home that you could glue on maybe some clouds on top. You can see that my paper got a little bit wet with some real water. Apparently this boat really wanted to see if it could float. But maybe you could also take a crayon and maybe do some waves, so you could get your boat on some waves. So the second craft I have, another sailboat, is one that we can use in the water. So I've got a pool noodle, I've got a straw, and I've got a piece of foam. So this one's going to need a lot of adult help. So the first part is I'm going to stick my straw into my pool noodle. So it's got the little base of the boat and then the stick for the sail. And then I'm going to put my sail through my straw. And here I have a sailboat that can be used in the water. Whoops. So that can be used in the water there, and you can play with that sailboat.